2 hours left. That's all. You're reading this not because of coincidence, but because heaven made sure this exact message reached you before something unseen touches your house. And right now, Archangel Michael has whispered your name louder than thunder into God's ears. You didn't hear it, but heaven did. Michael says, this message is only for you. Don't tell anyone. Something holy, hidden, and heavy is moving in your direction. And it has everything to do with the name they wrote last night. Yours, beloved. An angel has taken your name from the book of waiting souls and placed it directly in the hands of the one who decides divine movement. You were not supposed to see this message until now. But the moment you looked at this, angels stopped flying. Because this moment, this exact second, was the moment Archangel Michael prayed you would finally say yes. Yes to what's about to happen. Yes to being moved. Yes to the miracle that is already circling your house like a quiet whisper in the night. Michael says you must be still for a second and listen to this carefully. You are going to be moved from where you are. And it's not just a change of address. It's a divine relocation. The reason you felt uneasy in your own home lately. The reason people have pulled away. The reason strange dreams are happening. It's all connected. Angels were given one name to move tonight. And they picked yours. The place you're standing in has completed its divine purpose. A shift is coming. The holy ones are coming. You'll notice it soon. A small sound in the walls. A breeze that touches you in a closed room. A bird sitting outside that keeps staring like it knows because it does. You'll see a sign before the clock hits the 2-hour mark. And if you miss it, Michael says you may miss the message that comes with it. That's why he's ordering this. Open your spirit. Be still. Don't skip because this is no ordinary message. This is an invitation from the heavenly council itself. Before you read another line, Michael is begging you to do one thing. If you believe in divine timing, if you believe your name is not here by accident, then please don't scroll away. Say it quietly. I am ready. Say it like you mean it. And then breathe because everything is about to change. If your heart is beating faster, it's not fear. It's recognition. Your soul remembers what heaven planned. Type I'm ready in the comments to accept Michael's urgent invitation. And don't forget to subscribe, beloved. If you skip this, you may miss the next message that was handwritten just for you. Back to the moment. Michael says, there are two forces fighting for your space right now. One is divine, one is jealous, but only one is allowed to enter your house tonight. And it depends on the decision you make right now. This message isn't fear, it's protection. You were never supposed to suffer. You were never meant to be stuck in rooms filled with secrets, betrayal, or spiritual delay. That's why Archangel Michael is moving you. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, even financially. A whole new stage is about to open. And my child, when heaven begins moving you into a new stage of your life, it also gives you clear steps so you can walk forward with peace, faith, and daily direction instead of fear. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the pinned comments below. Because this new stage opening before you is not only something to receive, it is something to walk into with wisdom, peace, and steady faith. Do you feel it? That strange chill as you're reading this. That's not your body. It's your spirit aligning. Your name was taken in golden ink, passed through angelic hands, and presented to God with one request from Michael. Please just give them this one last message before we move them tonight. And God said, yes, that's why you're here. They have already packed your spiritual bags. Not of clothes, but of karma. The heaviness, the delay, the unspoken pain that you've been carrying silently, it's being removed piece by piece. The sadness you never told anyone about. The guilt you buried deep. The way you look at people and smile while breaking inside. Michael knows. He saw every tear that dropped behind closed doors. And heaven kept count. Michael wants you to understand something sacred. What's happening tonight is not just relocation. It's resurrection. You're not being moved just to escape. You're being moved to be seen. To be restored. You have been invisible for far too long in the very place you've called home. But heaven never stopped watching. God has been collecting every moment of pain like pearls. And now He's turning them into the necklace of your testimony. But first, you must leave the old room behind. There's a reason the energy in your house has felt off. Rooms that once gave peace now feel too small. Conversations feel colder. Sleep is interrupted. It's because your spirit already knows. You've outgrown this phase. The energy that used to nourish your soul now repels it. That's why tonight angels are preparing a movement. They have been instructed to walk through the places where your name was spoken in pain and erase it. They are wiping your footprints from old grief and guiding you toward new ground, sacred ground. Archangel Michael says, this is your last night to spiritually agree before things begin. If you wait too long, heaven won't hold the miracle. It's on a countdown. Because miracles aren't just handed, they're received. You must be willing to step out to say, God, I am ready even if I'm afraid. And fear is okay, beloved. Michael understands. But he also reminds you fear is just faith in reverse. Flip it. Turn it around. Let tonight be the night you stop running from your calling. This house, the emotional house, the spiritual house, the physical house, has been whispering to you for weeks. Doors that creak louder. Lights that flicker when you think of them. Clocks that freeze on strange numbers. These are not random. Heaven has been trying to get your attention without scaring you. Because love doesn't scream, it nudges. And Archangel Michael says those nudges were messages. Soft angelic alarms to prepare you for tonight. Now the moment is real. The name is sealed. You were chosen. Out of billions, heaven said, move this one. This child has waited long enough. But here's the part that may shock you. Someone tried to block this movement. Someone who smiled in front of you but cursed your name when you weren't watching. Michael saw it. He saw the moment they lit the candle with your name under their breath. But what they didn't know was that your soul had Archangel Michael standing behind it. And when darkness tried to enter your doorway, Michael said, not this one. This one is covered. The truth, you should have been gone already. The trap was already set. The emotional breakdown, the financial attack, the toxic return of someone you let go. None of that was coincidence. That was the storm meant to keep you stuck. But you didn't break. You bent, but didn't fall. That's why heaven is rewarding you tonight with divine relocation. Michael says there is already a new room prepared. Not just in your future, but in your soul. A place where you will finally breathe without burden. A place where you will be heard. A place where your name is not attached to pain anymore, but to purpose. And listen, this might be the most important part. You are not crazy for feeling the things you've been feeling. The sudden desire to clean your room at night. The dreams that don't make sense. The feeling like something or someone is watching you, but in a good way. That's your guardian angel pacing, waiting for permission to move. This message is that permission. You are not alone in your house tonight. They are already inside clearing the air. Now, beloved, Michael wants you to do something. Slowly take a breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, whisper, I release this house. Because your soul must let go before your feet ever move. This is not about fear. It's about faith. What's coming is bigger than you expect and more beautiful than you imagined. You may cry tonight, not because you're scared, but because your soul will finally recognize what it has been waiting for all these years. And one more secret before we continue. The house you're leaving, it's not just a place. It's a memory, a mindset, a past you have outgrown. The real shift is internal because when your spirit moves, your world follows. You've stayed loyal to a place that kept you locked in patterns. You kept giving love to people who only loved the way you suffered silently. You smiled through rooms that never acknowledged your pain. But Michael says, tonight, the chains are breaking, not with noise, but with grace. You won't even hear the shackles fall. You'll just start feeling lighter. You'll notice your back standing straighter, the pressure on your chest gone, the way you second-guessed your worth suddenly vanishing. That's what divine relocation feels like. It's not loud. It's liberating. 2 hours left. That's all. And Michael is watching your response right now. He says, please don't scroll past me this time. I've been sent to carry them away from what's draining their destiny. And if you're wondering why now, it's because heaven couldn't wait anymore. God said your name while you were sleeping. That's why you woke up with strange emotions. That's why today has felt weird. The spiritual world has been moving since dawn and you were the center of the meeting. There is a sacred note Michael wrote with your name. He folded it in white light and slipped it into your atmosphere. If you feel a sudden peace later tonight, that's it. That's the note unfolding. It doesn't say much, only this. They are ready now. And heaven agrees. You are ready to leave behind the delays, the betrayals, the fake friends, the fake smiles, the numbness. You are ready to feel again, but only in rooms that don't suffocate your soul. Archangel Michael is asking a serious question now. Will they open their hands? Because you can't hold what's next if you're still holding what hurt you. Beloved, open your hands. Not just physically, spiritually. Let go. Let go of the what-ifs. Let go of the guilt that never belonged to you. Let go of trying to fix what broke you. You've done enough. You've loved enough. You've stayed long enough. Now it's time to be carried. And here's something no one told you before. Not everyone is allowed to come with you. When the angel arrives tonight, they will not knock. They will not ask for permission. They will take you spiritually from where you are into where you belong. That's why certain people are already falling away. It's not rejection, it's protection. Because your name was called in a realm they're not allowed to enter. Don't mourn the people who didn't love you. Right. Michael says some people only stayed because you kept feeding their comfort. But now heaven is feeding your calling. You are not here to fix everyone else while falling apart inside. God wants you whole. And sometimes wholeness begins with walking away. Tonight walking away isn't weakness. It's worship. It's trust. It's telling heaven, even if I don't know where I'm going, I trust who's guiding me. And do you want to know a sacred detail Michael just whispered? The moment you fully say yes to this message, a person you haven't heard from in a long time will suddenly reach out within days. But this time, you won't beg for their love. This time, they will wonder how you became so powerful in silence. Because this movement, it will change your glow, your presence, your power. Archangel Michael says, if this message is speaking to your soul, don't let it fade. Type "I'm ready to be moved" in the comments. Subscribe now because the next message will arrive like thunder and you don't want to miss what God has planned for your next chapter. Back to the truth. Michael says there are scrolls being opened with your future etched in gold. He says, tell them heaven didn't forget. The delay was not denial. It was design. Every time you felt like nothing was changing, the angels were actually building the next room. And now it's ready. It's almost midnight in the spirit. The keys are being handed out. Will you take yours? You'll notice little signs. The number 222 may appear. Feathers on the ground, a smell that reminds you of someone you miss, lights flickering slightly. All of it is the language of angels. They're trying to say, stay awake tonight. Your soul is being chosen for a quiet miracle. One that won't just move you, it will redefine you. You've been waiting for fireworks. For some loud dramatic sign that the heavens are finally listening. But beloved, God doesn't always work with thunder. Sometimes He works in the whisper. The slow shifting of air. The way your heart suddenly knows something is about to happen, even when your mind can't explain it. That's what tonight is. A silent thunder, a quiet miracle. And Archangel Michael is standing at the edge of your atmosphere asking, will they believe it before they see it? Because what's coming, this movement from your house is not just relocation. It's revelation. A revealing of everything that's been hidden from you. Someone close to you has been keeping a truth quiet, not to protect you, but to protect themselves. But Michael says that truth is about to surface. Not to hurt you, but to free you. What was spoken behind your back will now become your victory. Because heaven is not letting you leave this house with unfinished spiritual business. Everything hidden will be exposed. Not by your hands, but by God's timing. Tonight, Michael says, the veil is thin. The spiritual realm is so close you could touch it. That's why you're feeling everything stronger. That's why your senses are heightened. Even your dreams lately, they've been filled with clues. You weren't imagining it. The voice you thought you heard, that was real. That was heaven checking if you were listening. And now that you found this message, heaven knows you're finally paying attention. Let this be the night you stop shrinking. You've made yourself small in spaces that never deserved you. You've dimmed your light so others wouldn't feel insecure. You've carried burdens with a smile so perfect not even your closest friends could tell you were breaking. But heaven saw it. Archangel Michael saw it. And tonight the disguise ends. Not because you're tired, but because your soul is ready to shine. Beloved, what if I told you that the next 24 hours will mark the beginning of a 7-day shift? That each day will reveal something new, something divine, because you opened this at the right time. Michael says, this moment is a gate. You just walked through it. The countdown isn't to scare you. It's to prepare you because within the next 2 hours something will shift in your physical world. It could be a message, a phone call, a sudden decision, a moment of silence that feels sacred. Whatever it is, it will confirm that this message was not just a message. It was prophecy. Someone has already sensed this about you. Someone spiritual, someone who's been watching you from afar, praying you'd finally break free. And now they know you're being moved. You may even notice them trying to reach out soon. But not everyone who claps for you is celebrating you. Some are watching to see if you'll fall again. But not this time. Michael has built a wall of protection around you so thick no evil whisper can pass through. He says, tell them, no demon can walk into the house I'm guarding. And tonight, that house is yours. Even as you prepare to leave it, know this. Every space you ever lived in left a memory, but the one you're moving into will leave a legacy. And beloved, listen closely now. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. You are not being forgotten. You are being found. You are not being pushed away. You are being pulled forward. And my child, when heaven begins pulling you forward into a new season, it also gives you clear steps so you can walk with faith, clarity, and daily direction instead of fear. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Because this new season is not only meant to pull you forward, it is meant to help you walk with wisdom, peace, and steady faith. Everything, every delay, every closed door, every person who walked away was part of this moment. The moment heaven said, move them. It's time. And now the most sacred part. Michael says, your name will be spoken in a heavenly meeting at exactly the hour mark, 1 hour from now. And when it is, something unbelievable will begin to shift on earth. You won't be able to see it at first. But within 3 days, you'll feel it. A weight lifting, a message arriving, a strange joy without explanation. That's how you'll know the angels finished the task. Michael says something strange may happen before this night ends. A loud noise maybe, or complete silence. A flicker of electricity. A shadow you catch from the corner of your eye. Don't be afraid. That's not danger. That's alignment. It means the angels have entered your dimension. And they are inspecting the walls of your space. They are checking spiritual fingerprints, removing energies that no longer belong. And they are whispering your name in ancient tongues. A language your soul remembers even if your mind does not. This is not an empty message. It is a transaction between you and the divine. The moment you chose to read this, you accepted something. You accepted that your time in the old place is over. Your time of dimming, doubting, and delaying has expired. You are not being moved randomly. You are being moved with precision. The coordinates were given directly to the angel in charge of your life. He has been waiting for this moment. And now that your name has been activated, the relocation has begun. You may even feel like crying right now. Not from sadness, but from recognition. Your soul is finally hearing what it always knew, that you were never supposed to live the rest of your life in that version of yourself. There is more, much more, and it begins tonight. But be warned, not everyone will understand this move. Not everyone will celebrate your breakthrough. Some will question your sudden peace. Others will say, you've changed. And you will look at them with grace and say, yes, I was supposed to because you didn't come this far just to repeat the same wounds in a different setting. You came to rise. Michael says something sacred is being released in your direction right now. It's not money. It's not fame. It's better. It's permission. Permission to grow. Permission to be happy without guilt. Permission to dream again, to feel again, to love again without fear. You are being given the rare gift of divine release. Your name has been cleared in the spiritual realm. Old contracts broken, old patterns dissolved. What others tried to tie to your spirit has been burned in heavenly fire. Tonight is holy. And even if you're alone right now, you are not alone. Michael is pacing. Gabriel is recording. Raphael is preparing healing. And heaven is watching. The room you are in may feel ordinary, but right now it is surrounded. A circle of light is closing around your presence. You are protected in ways you cannot see. You are loved in ways you do not yet feel. And you are about to be rewarded in ways you never imagined. And let this shake your spirit, beloved, because Michael is smiling now. A soft, holy smile. He sees it. He sees what you're becoming, what you're about to walk into. He says, if they only knew what's waiting for them, they would not fear one more thing. So don't fear, just be still and trust the process. Heaven is always on time, even when your heart is not ready. And now Michael gives you this instruction. Go to a mirror. Look into your own eyes and softly say, I'm not leaving. I'm being lifted. Because you are not running away. You are being escorted out by light. The angels are not forcing you. They are honoring you. This move is a reward, not a rescue. You stayed strong when no one knew how much you were holding. You loved others while being drained yourself. You kept showing up even when your heart was whispering, I'm tired. And heaven wrote it all down. And now the reward is beginning. Michael says, the doors are unlocking, not with keys, but with light. Doors that were shut for years, emotional doors, financial doors, even the door that kept you from being fully loved, they're opening, because heaven couldn't bear to see you waiting anymore. The angels gathered and Michael said with conviction, this one has waited in silence long enough. This one has earned their freedom. And so God replied, then move them tonight. And beloved, tonight doesn't mean someday. It means now. Within the next 2 hours, something will shift. Even if nothing moves on the outside right away, you'll feel it within a pulling, a whisper, a sudden peace in your chest where anxiety used to live. And that's how you'll know your spiritual departure has begun. Let your spirit hear this. You were never the problem. You were the light that made others feel seen. You were the one holding everything together when everything around you was falling apart. But no one saw how much it cost you. No one asked how heavy it was to carry everyone else's hope while hiding your own heartbreak. But heaven saw, and that's why you're being lifted. Not because you begged, but because you endured. And endurance speaks louder than prayers when your soul is too tired to whisper. There's something else Michael wants you to know. It might shock you. Someone tried to copy your light. Someone tried to become you spiritually. They saw your favor and thought they could steal it. But favor can't be stolen. It's a sign. And yours was written in gold. When Michael looked down and saw someone mimicking your blessing, he didn't get angry. He smiled. Because imitation proves something important. Even darkness recognizes real divine energy. And you are real. You are light. You are chosen. And heaven does not forget its chosen. Now pay close attention to this. Within the next few days, a door you were hoping for will open. But it won't come in the package you expected. It may come through someone new, a conversation you didn't plan, a location you never thought about. Stay open. Michael says your next miracle is disguised as something ordinary. Only the spiritually awake will notice it. And now that you've opened this message, you've proven you are one of them. Here is your divine instruction tonight. Say thank you even before it happens. Not because you're pretending, but because your gratitude becomes the energy that speeds up the miracle. Say thank you for the house you're leaving. Even with all its pain, it raised you. Say thank you for the rooms that tried to crush you because they built your wings. You're flying now. Not in the sky, but in the spirit. You're rising. You just don't recognize the altitude yet. Michael says, if you're still here, this was truly for you. Type I'm rising with the angels in the comments if you feel this message. Subscribe now if your heart is open, because the next divine instruction will come when your soul needs it most. And now Michael leans closer. He whispers, there's one more thing they must know. And he reveals this. You're not just being moved from a place. You're being introduced to your destiny. There is a version of you that hasn't been seen yet. A version of you who isn't apologizing for being powerful. A version who walks in rooms and doesn't shrink. A version who knows they're chosen. That version is waiting on the other side of obedience. The moment you say yes, you step into the real you. And God will never let the real you suffer where the old you survived. Tonight is sacred. You may feel restless. Your sleep might be disrupted. You may feel like pacing or crying or praying without words. Let it happen. Don't resist it. This is your transition. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. And what doesn't belong in your next chapter is being removed right now. Michael says, the room you're sitting in right now has been silently watching you. It knows your steps. Your late-night tears. The way you pause before praying because sometimes you don't know what to say. That same room is about to become history. Not because it failed you, but because heaven has fulfilled what needed to happen there. The atmosphere has absorbed all it could. The story written in that space is complete. And now a new chapter demands a new environment. Yes, beloved. Your soul is outgrowing the walls around you. That tightness in your chest lately, that's not anxiety. It's divine expansion. The spiritual roof you've been living under can no longer contain what heaven placed inside you. That's why everything has started to feel too small. The people, the plans, even the future you once imagined. Because what God has for you is bigger than what you're currently living in. And Michael has been sent to stretch the space around your promise. You may not know where you're going yet, but trust this. Angels know the way. The location is being prepared. It may be a new job, a new house, a new circle, a new mindset, a new life. All you need to do is be ready when heaven says move. Not with fear, but with trust. And Michael sees something else. Something you haven't told anyone. He sees that part of you that wants to stay. Not because you're comfortable, but because you're scared. Scared of the unknown. Scared of losing people. Scared of finally being happy and having it taken away again. He understands. But he says this with tenderness. Child, you are no longer living under the curse of fear. Tonight, that fear is being broken because what's ahead is not loss. It's launching. You are being launched into your next level. And the launch will be silent, no announcement, no grand ceremony, just movement, like a flower blooming while the world sleeps. That's how your miracle will happen. Quiet, soft, and sudden. One day soon, you'll wake up and everything will feel different. And that's how you'll know. Heaven completed the assignment, but be careful who you tell. Michael says, not everyone is authorized to hear what's coming for you. There are ears around you that pretend to listen, but secretly fear your growth. That's why this message said, don't tell anyone. Some miracles require privacy. The move God is planning in your life is so strategic, even the enemy won't see it coming. It will be divine misdirection. While they look left, God will take you right. And one more thing, someone who hurt you will watch you rise. Not because you want revenge, but because vindication is sacred. God isn't blessing you to punish them. God is blessing you to prove that nothing can block what He ordains. And Michael says, your rising will be gentle, but it will shake every room your name has ever entered. Your presence is shifting. Your name is glowing. Your voice is becoming a sword. And the moment you say, I am ready, heaven will respond with wind. Spiritual wind. You might feel it in your sleep. Or as you walk through your hallway, a gentle brush against your skin. That's not air. That's arrival. It means the angels have reached your doorstep. If you're still here, you're not just reading, you're receiving. Comment, the angels are at my door below if you feel this shift. And subscribe now, beloved, because Michael's next message will contain the final step of this relocation. You don't want to miss what God is aligning behind the scenes. And now, the final hour begins. Michael says something powerful is happening inside your home tonight. You may suddenly feel chills or be drawn to stand in a certain corner. That space, that's where the angel will land, and they will touch the air, bless the walls, release the old energy, and seal the new. You won't see it, but your body will feel it. And once it's done, you'll know. You'll feel safer, lighter, and deeply ready. We will close with the full energy of spiritual relocation, the angel's final steps, your soul's breakthrough, and heaven's last instruction. You were never left behind, never forgotten, never abandoned. Every delay was divine. Every silence was heaven holding you a little longer. Every unanswered prayer wasn't rejection. It was redirection. And now the reason for it all is about to be revealed tonight. As you breathe, heaven is breathing with you. The air feels different because it is. The angels are here. Their wings have swept through the timeline of your life. They've erased what no longer serves you. They've gathered every broken piece you cried over. And they are building something eternal, something unshakable, something that belongs only to you. Michael says, tell them I stood beside them while they wept. I fought off darkness when they had no strength left. I kept their names safe while they questioned if they were worth loving. And now I will lift them. You may not feel worthy. That's okay. The miracle isn't coming because you were perfect. It's coming because you believed, even if only a little, even if just for a moment. That whisper of faith was enough to move heaven. In these final moments, something sacred is descending. You'll feel your breath deepen. You might get goosebumps. You might feel tears rise without warning. Don't fight it. That's your spirit releasing the weight. That's your heart exhaling the pain. You're not breaking. You're blooming. Michael steps forward now. One hand over your shoulder. One wing stretched wide behind you. He says, beloved, your relocation has been approved. The doors are open. Walk forward. Don't look back. The old house spiritually, emotionally, even physically, no longer fits the light inside you. You've outgrown pain. You've outgrown pleasing. You've outgrown pretending. Tonight is not the end. It's the escape. The great escape from who you were told to be, so you can finally become who God created you to be. And listen, before this ends, Michael wants to say something that will stay with you forever. The miracle isn't coming. You are the miracle. You survived what others didn't. You held on when others let go. You kept praying when you didn't hear anything back. That kind of soul changes heaven's schedule. That kind of endurance makes angels weep with joy. So if your body feels tired tonight, let it rest. If your mind feels too full, release it. Because tomorrow when you open your eyes, everything will begin to shift. The people you meet, the way you speak, the light in your face, all of it different because now you're walking in divine alignment. And Michael's final words are soft but mighty. Child, the house of your sorrow has been emptied. And now we fill it with glory. This is not goodbye to the past. This is welcome to destiny. If this message touched your soul, comment below. I'm stepping into my miracle. Let heaven see your yes. And don't forget to subscribe because Michael's next message will not just bless you, it will build you. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Take a breath. You are safe. You are chosen. And heaven is with you tonight. Remember this feeling. This deep stillness in your chest. This quiet ache behind your ribs that feels like peace wearing the costume of tears. That's not sadness. That's your soul remembering where it came from. Remembering the moment you were chosen in heaven before you were born. You weren't sent here randomly. You were planted on purpose for a purpose. And tonight, that purpose is unfolding like the first petal of a flower, finally brave enough to bloom in full light. Michael whispers. There will be signs tonight. Not the kind others notice. The kind only you will recognize. A bird outside your window. A cold breeze across your skin even when the room is closed. A flickering candle. A dream that feels too real. These aren't tricks. These are confirmations. You are moving in the spirit, in the mind, in your heart, in your destiny. Even if you don't physically pack a bag, the most important relocation has already begun. You're not who you were 30 minutes ago. Your soul has shifted. Your vibration has changed. The frequency of heaven is now humming in your bones. And everything around you must now respond to that. People will treat you differently. Not because you're acting superior, but because your spirit is no longer available for the same low energy. You won't even have to speak. Your peace will speak for you. Your silence will radiate answers. Your calm will confuse chaos. And for those who doubted you, Michael has this to say, let them watch. Not out of pride, but because proof is powerful. Let your miracle be their answer. Let your growth be their lesson. Not for revenge, but for remembrance to remind them that you were never weak. You were just reserved for the right moment. This is that moment. Beloved, you are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are right on time. For this message, for this hour, for this blessing. Michael says the delay was needed to protect you from people who would have ruined what you're now ready to carry. You weren't denied. You are being divinely hidden. But now the hiding is over. It's your turn. And God is proud of you. Yes, you. The one reading this with tears in your eyes, heart beating faster, spirit stirred. You didn't skip this time. You stayed. And because you stayed, heaven will stay with you. Take one final breath. Let it go slowly. You're safe. The angels have arrived. And your miracle, it begins now. If you're still here, your spirit already knows this wasn't a message. It was a movement. Type 1 accept the shift in the comments and subscribe so you never miss another moment heaven designed only for you. Something divine, mysterious, and powerful like angelic light surrounding a quiet home at night with glowing energy at the door. Michael is still here standing silently behind you. His wings not flapping but extended fully open. This means something rare in the spirit realm. When an archangel's wings are extended in full length, it means absolute coverage. Nothing can penetrate. No weapon formed can break through. No spell, no whisper. No plan formed against you tonight will work. The covering is complete. You can rest now. Even as you read these final words, your energy is shifting. Heaven is pouring warmth into your chest. Your back is being spiritually realigned. Even your posture is rising. That tension you carried in your shoulders, it's melting. That heaviness on your neck, it's lifting. You may not fully understand it now, but your body feels the release. And Michael smiles because he knows the healing has started. Now, here's a final sacred instruction. Before you sleep tonight, stand barefoot on the floor. Doesn't matter if it's tile or wood or cold cement. Stand grounded. Then close your eyes and say, I receive the relocation. That moment, simple as it sounds, becomes your agreement in the spiritual world. It's your signature, your permission. And the moment you say it, something will move. Maybe not something big, maybe just a sudden stillness, but your soul will feel it. Like God Himself leaned down and kissed your forehead. Michael wants to remind you of something beautiful. This message isn't just for now. It's for the moments when you forget who you are. When storms return, when doubt creeps in. Come back to this. Reread it. Let it stir your memory. Because your soul has known this all along. This message didn't give you something new. It reminded you of what you were born to carry. And what you carry is holy. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are a walking, breathing prophecy. And heaven has just confirmed it tonight. Right here. Michael's final whisper is soft but mighty. Rest, beloved. It's already done. And now close your eyes. Let your soul stretch. Feel the warmth at your feet. The air feels different, doesn't it? That's not imagination. That's movement. That's angels. That's you finally stepping into who you were always meant to be. Last call for your divine affirmation. If you're still here, type it as done in the comments. Let the angels see your faith. Subscribe now to stay in alignment with Michael's ongoing messages. Because this was not an ending, it was a beginning in disguise. You've made it this far. Not by luck. Not by accident, but by divine design. And Archangel Michael is clapping in silence, a holy applause. For every time you could have given up, but didn't, for the nights you stayed kind while carrying pain. For the mornings you woke up with grief still on your chest, but smiled anyway. These are not forgotten things. These are the exact reasons why heaven said, move them now. They are ready. Beloved, there are spiritual gifts awakening inside of you tonight. You may start hearing more, feeling more, seeing repeating numbers, catching glimpses of light out the corner of your eye. That's not your imagination. That's your activation. You were born with spiritual senses, prophetic sensitivity. And now, since the relocation has begun, those senses are finally safe to unlock. Michael says, the next 21 days will reveal things to you that were hidden for years. Watch your dreams. Pay attention to how certain people suddenly fall away and others show up. Do not chase anyone. Do not question the shifts. This is God's divine sorting process. The ones not meant for the next room will not survive the hallway. Let them go and let this line echo through your spirit. You are not being removed from something. You are being revealed to something greater. You will feel homesick for a place you haven't been yet. That's your soul remembering heaven's promise. You are going home, not to a house, but to alignment. There's one last instruction. Sometime tonight, write your name on a piece of paper. Fold it. Place it somewhere you sleep. That's your covenant. The angels will see it. They'll guard it. And every night forward, they'll visit you, not to warn you, but to comfort you, to speak through your dreams, to give you pieces of the map. You don't have to know every step right now. You just have to stay soft enough to listen. Michael leans close now. His wings surround you in silence. He says, even if they forget this message, heaven never will. What we began tonight is eternal and now it is complete. But you're just beginning. Crescent Moon Final Divine Call. Type the relocation has begun in the comments if you're still here. Let heaven mark your name. And don't forget to subscribe because when Michael speaks again, you'll want to be the first to hear what heaven has chosen to say. Yes, beloved, there is still one final breath in this divine message. Archangel Michael doesn't just want you to receive. He wants you to remember. Not just tonight, but in every moment when life tries to make you forget what God has already confirmed. We run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.